ศรีมหาโพธิ์
At this moment, dawn was breaking, and the sound of a rooster crowing came from afar. The Buddha felt unusually joyful and excited that morning. He didn't feel tired at all, even though he hadn't slept all night. He wondered who should be the first person to know this method. Then he thought of the 5 men who had followed him and waited for his enlightenment, who were now back at Isapatana, Mrigadayavana forest, and who had a strong desire to discover such a state. So, the Buddha prepared to travel a long distance immediately. He spent 35 days traveling, taking the opportunity to review what had happened to make sure he could truly communicate this story or tell everyone how to become the Buddha. The location where the Buddha attained enlightenment was under a large Bodhi tree, about 600 meters, from the banks of the Nerinyara River or the Maha River. The important landmark is that on the opposite bank of this point, another small river flows into it. That river is called the Kampa River, today the Sabangphai River, which flows from Khammouan province, Laos. So, where exactly is the location where the Buddha attained enlightenment? I asked Lord Foch. Today, it is the area of Wat Phra, where there used to be a large Sri Maha Bodhi tree. When the Buddha and Fire Asoka traveled to bury hair, relics in various places to lay the foundation of Buddhism. That place was still like a forest edge near Urovela Senanagama village, and no one knew its significance. When the Buddha and Fire Asoka arrived, they performed the hair relic burial ceremony near this Bodhi tree. Fire Asoka ordered the construction of a small chedi covering the spot, a few dozen meters away from the Sri Maha Bodhi tree. The word Phanam, which means chedi, was used to refer to this place from then on. Faya Asoka also ordered his servants to select stones from the river, roughly shaped them into 4 large pillars, about 2 meters high, and placed them at the 4 corners around the Bodhi tree. And they placed another large stone at the base of the Bodhi tree, where the Buddha used to sit, and he smoothed the top into a base for placing a small carved stone Buddha image, to symbolize that this Bodhi tree was the place of the Buddha's enlightenment. Today, those stones still exist, but they have been moved and placed around the Phra, that Phanam Chedi, which was built after the Buddhas passing by the group of Maha Kassapa, who brought the Buddha's relics to be enshrined here. The rulers of the 4 kingdoms in this area jointly donated funds to build a new chedi over the original one, adding the word Phra, that, which means the Buddha's bones, to the name. So, this place has a new name, Phra, that Phan. And is that Bodhi tree still there? I asked Lord Foch. For a while after the Buddha's passing, there was a king of Nakhon Sri Kotrabun, which was not far from this place. He had great faith in the Buddha and took good care of this Bodhi tree. His queen became jealous and sent people to secretly burn it down. At that time, this Bodhi tree was already several hundred years old. Even if this incident hadn't happened, its lifespan probably wouldn't have lasted until today. But before that, seeds from this Bodhi tree had been taken to plant in various places throughout this sub-district and important Buddhist temples throughout the region, such as in Kapilavastu and Jetavana Vihara in Savatthi. Later, seeds from the original tree that had been planted elsewhere were brought back to plant in the original location, where the Bodhi tree used to be, about 40 meters south of Phra that Phan. Lord Foch elaborated. Lord, is Akita's caravan still following the Buddha? I asked Lord Foch. Yes, they are still following. But because Akita's caravan is large, it is slow and more noisy. When they reach a city, people flock to see them and ask about their origins, especially the time spent gathering information about whether the Buddha has traveled here and where he will travel next. Lord Folks answered, "Can you summarize the entire route the Buddha traveled?" I asked. Yes. In the second half of the journey, which started from Kozhina, located west of Prathon Dongrang, currently in Kanchanaburi province, passing through Sri Vijaya city, currently Nakhon Pathom province, he traveled directly to Phanom D city, currently Chatchongze province. From there, he went to Devoda, the birthplace of the Buddha's mother, located in Phanot Nikam district, Chonburi province. Then he traveled north along the route between Devadaha and Kapilavastu, passing the Buddha's birthplace, located in Phanam Sarakam district, and entering Kapilavastu Prakinburi province. After completing his business in his hometown, he traveled along the path he took when he renounced his possessions, building a chedi at the place where he renounced his status to become a monk. Currently, Chao Pho Pra Plong Shrine, Prakin Buri province. Then he traveled through Sakho province to the Kambuja Dvaravati kingdom, on the other side of the Phanam Dong Rak mountain range, to Burim Surin, Roie, Sisiket, Sri Kotrabun city or Nikon Phanom, to the place of enlightenment, or what prod that Phanam today. From there, he traveled west along the route he took when he returned to meet the five ascetics, passing through Sakon Nakhon province, parts of Udon Thani province at Kumfawapi city, heading to Saranganatha city or Isapatana, Mrigadayavana forest. Then he traveled down, passing through Konkan province, Chayapham province, passing Mithila city, and ending at Pavala Chedi Vaishali kingdom, which you probably know today as Srithep city, located in Phetchabun province. Oh, why did it end there? Didn't the Buddha travel back to Savatthi? I asked. At that time, Phaya Asoka was one of the 8 royal families involved in governing Vaishali, so this place was like another home for Phaya Asoka. How was Phaya Asoka involved in governing? I asked. Because the location of Vaishali city was in the middle, a border area between several large kingdoms. The governing system of this city was special and different from others. No royal family had absolute ownership of the area. The principle of governing for the happiness of the people was paramount. Also, it was a large city with a large population, a free trade zone where foreigners from all 8 kingdoms could trade freely. The taxes collected were kept in a central fund. All the laws of this place had to be approved by all 8 royal families, which were the rulers of the surrounding territories. So, this was like a special administrative zone or a special economic zone, with the Lakavi royal family as the core. Also, this city had Pavala Chedi, the largest Brahmin religious site, located about 2 kilometers north of Vaishali city. There were residential buildings, built to accommodate dignitaries and attendants of all 8 royal families during ceremonies or large meetings. This residential area was called Kutago, which means a large residential building that could accommodate tens of thousands of people, like a large hotel with thousands of rooms. Phaya Asoka requested to use this place to accommodate Akita's caravan of over 20,000 people. Therefore, the Buddha and Phaya Asoka considered this place suitable for Akita's group. Lord Foch answered, "Lord, is Pavala Chedi similar in style to Buddhist Chedi?" I asked. "No, Lord Foch answered. Then why is it called a chedi? I asked. The word chedi was used before Buddhism arose. This word was used to refer to anything composed of a pointed top, whether built from bricks, stones, or even mounds of earth and sand. In the Brahminical belief at that time, they liked to build Mount Meru, which is a symbol of the universe, the abode of the gods. As you can observe, most of them were built in a rectangular shape with 4 doors or 4 directions, which means the universe composed of the 4 directions, heading towards the center point, to indicate that there is only one supreme God in the center. Pavala Chedi was also like this. Mount Meru was simulated by dividing the area into 3 levels. The first level was the flat area from the wall to the base of the chedi, which means the human world composed of the tangible physical world. The second level means the realm of the gods, and the third level means the highest realm, the Brahma realm or the realm of the Creator. This final part would have a rectangular chedi shape with a pointed top, unlike the circular chedi shape common today. If you had seen this chedi during the Buddha's visit, you would immediately know that this was not a Buddhist chedi, because each level would be composed of many deities. Later, the ruler of Vaishali ordered all those deities to be destroyed as well. He explained. Will I see this chedi? I asked. You will definitely see it through Akita's eyes, Lord Foch answered.